Imagine growing up with rules most people could never even imagine. Rules about how you speak, how you dress, who you spend time with, and even how your future unfolds. For Princess Leonor, Spain's future queen, royal life may look glamorous from the outside. But behind palace walls exists something far more powerful. Rules, some written, some unspoken, and many capable of shaping the rest of her life. Today, we're uncovering the palace expectations, traditions, and responsibilities that may quietly shape Princess Leonor's future long before she ever wears the crown. Let's begin. 1. Duty comes before personal life. One of the biggest royal rules is simple. Duty comes first. For most people, personal goals often guide life decisions. But royal heirs live differently. Public service becomes the priority. National responsibility comes before personal comfort. For Leonor, this likely means balancing education, military preparation, diplomacy, and public appearances, all while still growing up. Even major life choices may eventually be influenced by royal expectations. Travel, career direction, relationships, public behavior. That doesn't mean Leonor lacks freedom. But it does mean responsibility may always sit in the background, quietly shaping decisions. 2. Public image matters. Another powerful palace expectation. Presentation. Future monarchs are expected to represent stability, confidence, and professionalism. That means public behavior matters enormously. Every speech, every appearance, every interaction, even small moments can become major headlines. How Leonor dresses, speaks, reacts, and carries herself may all influence public perception. That sounds exhausting, but for royal heirs, image isn't only personal. It represents the institution itself. And maintaining trust often becomes part of the role. This may explain why Leonor appears increasingly polished during official appearances. Because preparation for queenship may already be happening in real time. 3. Privacy has limits. Here's one palace reality few people envy. Privacy often becomes complicated. Future queens rarely live completely private lives. Friendships may attract attention. Relationships spark speculation. Simple outings can become news stories. That means palace expectations may encourage caution. Who you trust matters. Who enters your inner circle matters. How personal moments are protected matters. For Leonor, maintaining boundaries may become an essential survival skill. Because one misunderstood story can spread worldwide in hours. That kind of pressure would challenge almost anyone. 4. Preparing for leadership starts early. Perhaps the biggest palace rule of all. Preparation never stops. Leonor's future role requires far more than public appearances. Leadership, diplomacy, historical understanding, military awareness, communication skills, emotional discipline. That's why her training appears so structured. Many future monarchs spend years quietly preparing before ever stepping fully into power. And unlike ordinary education, royal preparation isn't temporary. It becomes lifelong. Imagine knowing every lesson today may affect millions tomorrow. That responsibility alone could feel overwhelming. But it may also explain why Leonor often appears mature beyond her years. Section 5. The unwritten rules may be hardest 8:30 to 10 o'clock. Interestingly, some of the biggest palace rules may never actually be written down. Unspoken expectations, traditions, family values, public responsibility, the pressure to remain composed, the expectation to avoid controversy, the need to protect the monarchy's image. These invisible rules may quietly influence daily life more than official protocols ever could. And perhaps that's one of the hardest parts of royal life. Learning what people expect without always being told directly. That kind of pressure requires maturity, patience, and emotional resilience. So what palace rules may shape Princess Leonor's future? Possibly more than most people realize. Duty before comfort, responsibility before privacy, leadership before personal freedom, and constant preparation for a future unlike almost anyone else's. Yet despite the pressure, Leonor continues moving forward, growing into the role step by step, learning not only how to wear the crown, but how to carry everything that comes with it. Because perhaps becoming queen isn't really about power at all. Maybe it's about responsibility, and the quiet sacrifices required to serve something bigger than yourself. What do you think? Are palace rules necessary for future monarchs? Or did they place too much pressure on young royals like Leonor? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more royal stories, hidden truths, and fascinating insights.